Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sketchdom. My name is Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to bring you guys some more Marvel Champions content. Today, I'm going to be facing the Thunderbolt scenario using a deck by DM Tips called Southern Honey. I'm super excited to show you guys this gameplay and show you this awesome deck. So let's head on down to the table and check things out. Hey guys, welcome down to the table. Well, we haven't quite reached there yet. This is a deck that is made by DM Tip, and I want you guys to get a chance to see it. I'll also have it in the description below. Be sure to follow that link, head on over, tell him what you think about his deck, as well as how awesome it is, how well it worked for you, and leave him a comment. I think he'd really appreciate that. This deck is called Southern Honey. It is an X-23 deck that focuses on two main allies, the Rogue ally and the Honey Badger ally. These two allies are going to work together to continue to recur readies over and over again for X-23. You're going to keep them alive with protective training, as well as using med teams, render medical aid, and what doesn't kill me to continue to provide health for your cards on the table. I'm really excited to try this deck out. It's going to make me use some cards I've never played before, but even then, I saw this months ago. You can see I left a comment on his deck probably, gosh, when it first dropped on January 28th, and I have not been able to get this deck out of my mind since I saw it. So I'm pretty stoked and excited to get a chance to try it. So I hope you guys get a chance to enjoy this deck as well. And let's head on down to the table and keep this gameplay moving. All right, y'all. Y'all made it back down to the table. I'm excited to show you this to you guys. We're going to be facing Moonstone and Songbird in the Thunderbolt scenario. So let's do what we need to do to get things moving. I've already got X-23 out. Everything's been shuffled up and ready to go. I'm stoked. I hope you guys are as well. We do need to get our health bar out there, though. That might be an important thing to have. Now, I'll be honest, I have not run this deck yet. In fact, I am excited to get a chance to just test it out. We're actually going to put it right here. Make it a little bit easier for y'all to see it, as well as it's kind of out of my way. So we're going to make sure everything's set up and ready to go. Then we'll drop to our hand size and go from there. All right, setup. Choose one modular set, which we chose Songbird and Moonstone as our Thunderbolts scenario characters here. Set each of these minions aside and shuffle the rest of their encounter cards into the deck, which we've done. Reveal the Justice like lightning environment. All right, when revealed, each player reveals a random set-aside Thunderbolt minion and attach the remaining set-aside Thunderbolt minion face up here. All right, so we've revealed one. When we reveal it, I think it becomes engaged with us as well. So let's draw out a couple things here. I'm going to get some dice out, try to make it a little bit easier for us to kind of keep track of their health points, since they have a larger health pool than most. So use some good old D20s. I'm trying to see if they got one more in here that I think I might like a little bit better. We're just going to head and empty all my dice out there. Perfect. I'm going to use those two D20s. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to pick which of the two Thunderbolts we're going to choose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Moonstone's going to be out first. Songbird will be back here. Each player reveals a random set-aside Thunderbolt minion. Awesome. Reveal and attach the remaining set-aside Thunderbolt minions face up here. In expert mode, give each of these minions a tough status card. So we're not in expert mode, we're in standard 3. All right, we're going to flip this up. And we're going to do all the round in stuff on here when it comes to that. The round is not over though, so. All right, Songbird's going to be there. She has 16 health points. And Moonstone has 16 health points. Why I choose these two? I've just not faced them yet. So I'm pretty excited about it. All right. After Moonstone activates, give her a tough status card. Okay, so she'll need to activate before she gets a tough status card, which is good to know. We're going to flip this one up. Each Thunderbolt minion gains guard, so I have to defeat both the Thunderbolt minions before I can get to Citizen V and do damage to him. After a player attacks a Thunderbolt minion, that minion engages that player. All right. We start off with one threat on the main scheme. Okay. And let's drop to our hand size. I'm excited. Hope you guys are as well. What do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And of course, we will get to mulligan some cards here. So, Sisterhood, exhaust Sisterhood, and discard an X-23 card from your hand. Search your deck and discard pile for Honey Badger and add her to your hand. All right. So we're going to keep Sisterhood. We're going to keep Energy. And one instinct, when X-23 makes a basic thwart, she gets +2 thwart for this thwart, where X is equal to her attack. All right, we're going to do that as well. Have hold on Animal Instinct, and until the end of the round, X-23 gets +2 attack, and her attacks gain overkill while Honey Badger is in play. Cool. That's actually fun and fantastic. I think I'm going to go ahead and mulligan these 3 cards, though, until we get things moving. So let's get What Doesn't Kill Me, North Star, and Render Medical Aid. All right. So we're going to spend an energy to get Sisterhood onto the table. Exhaust Sisterhood and discard an X-23 card you control. So we'll discard Animal Instinct. Search your deck and discard pile for Honey Badger and add her to your hand. All right. I know she's in this deck because I definitely shuffled it as well as sleeved everything out before we started playing. I've not done a quick run through of this deck yet, so I'm a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes. There's Honey Badger. She got added to my hand. After Honey Badger takes any amount of damage, oh, it's an action, so it can be... Oh, that is actually really cool. I did not realize that it was not just an alter ego action. It is an action all the time. So after Honey Badger takes any amount of damage, ready X-23. Awesome. Deck is shuffled. Turn Honey Badger to our hands. We will spend What Doesn't Kill Me and North Star to go ahead and get Honey Badger onto the table. Then we'll put Render Medical Aid out there as well. So hopefully that will come at the right time. Let's flip up. After X-23 takes any amount of damage, ready X-23. Okay, cool. After Honey Badger takes any amount of damage, ready X-23. Okay. So, we have Moonstone out there. She's frustrating. She's in front of us. We have no more cards in our hand. We still can do some basic actions here and keep things moving, as well as we can do some thwarting if we need to. We don't need to clear the medical aid here. We don't really need to deal with that necessarily. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop my claws and take 2 damage. Now we're attacking for 3. We will have X-23 attack Moonstone for 3. Get her down to 13. Then I will have Honey Badger thwart clear that off, which will then ready X-23, who will then do another 3 points of damage and get her down to 10. All right. That is everything I can do on my first turn. That was really fun. So far, I don't feel like I've done everything I'm supposed to do yet, but we'll get there, right? So we gotta make sure that that stays alive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we are gonna get the med team out there, which is gonna be nice. I'd like to get training upgrade on her too. We also have that endurance. This is going to be helpful too. Claw mastery until the end of the round. X-23 gets +2 attack. And her attack's getting overkill. So we may have to keep on that claw mastery, which is going to be great. And we'll keep Honey Badger alive as long as possible. Let's ready everything melts back up. Until we can get the engine moving, we just kind of keep doing what we can do here. Good news is with sisterly things there, it'll be great. Okay. So, there it goes up by 1. After a player attacks a Thunderbolt minion, the minion engages that player. Alright, so engage with me, which is fantastic. Moonstone is then going to activate. She is villainous, so she's going to swing for 2+. The Citizen V is not going to do anything until he just heals for 4. And then it goes to the minion. 2+, so it's 2, 5. Oh yeah, right, I was going to defend. Sorry, I didn't call before, y'all. I was going to defend. Yes, for 2. Yes, defending for 2. She's swinging for 5. Sorry, I'm getting a little all convoluted. I get 3. 1, 2, 3. I took damage though, so I do get to ready. Which means I messed up how I could have done the claws, but that's okay. And you'll live and learn. Because I could have done 1 more point of damage. Potentially. So. Actually not that big of a deal. That's a lot of activations, which is kind of crazy to think about. Okay, so I'm ready again. They attacked. I get an encounter card. Innocent bystanders. After you attack an enemy or an enemy attacks you, either spend 1 resource of any type or place 1 threat on the main scheme. 2 threat instead if in expert mode. Remove 1 bystander counter from here. All right, this is what got me last time I faced them, which kind of sucks. She also gets a tough status card for activating. Which is annoying, actually. And there should be 4 bystander counters on this card. And it's an obligation, so it actually impacts me more than anybody else. That's why there's several on the deck. That's kind of cool. Okay. So, Songbird and Moonstone do switch places. And I heal it 1 damage per player, so she goes up to 11. Okay. All right. Songbird only gets 2 boost cards. So she's kind of like Claw there, which is kind of neat. Man, I'm going to have to really watch Threat, though, because with the Innocent Bystanders here and me being able to activate as often as I can, it's actually kind of rough. So, but that is everything on their turn, so it comes down to my turn. I really want to play Claw Mastery, and I want to play Regenerate Longevity and Med Team. If I do that, though, I can really only play 2 cards, and I have to hold on to the other one. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to... And we want endurance on the table, too. So many choices here. You also get Symbiote Suit out there, and that just makes for a wild game as well. But now we're getting 2 encounter cards, and I don't want to mess with that right now. If I do Med Team, it's a consistent 2 points of damage healing. I actually could do it. Or you exhaust Med Team, okay. Heal 4 from Honey Badger. Oh, heal total of 4 damage from your identity and Honey Badger. Okay, that for sure is being played then. I like the idea of endurance. We hold on to Claw Mastery. I take 2 damage now. We're thinking through this, right? If I take 2 damage now, boost my attacks up to 3. I play Claw Mastery, boosts this up to 5. I could do quite a bit of damage here. Do a lot of damage here. So we're going to do that. We're going to spend the Symbiote Suit to play Claw Mastery. At the end of the round, X-23 gets +2 attack. X-23 is going to go ahead and do 3 points of damage. Songbird to get her down to 13. We're going to pop the claws. Take 2 points of damage. All right. This goes down to 3. We'll go up to 2. So 2 damage, heal here. We are now swinging for 5. So X-23 will go ahead and attack Songbird again. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. This will pop off. We'll go ahead and discard the endurance. Spend that resource. Then we will spend Render Medical or Med Team to do Regenerative Longevity to get her up to 2. And heal here for 3, get her up to 6. And Honey Badger, which is kind of wild, actually. That is great. So that leaves me with you making a choice here. I'm going to have her thwart for 1 to get this down to 1. Which makes X-23 ready. We're still swinging for 5. X-23 will go ahead and attack here. Another 5, which gets her down to 3. We'll trigger this. And we'll go ahead and we have to move this up to 2. So All right. To the end of the round. So I don't have any cards. I don't think that'll let me attack during the enemy's turn, but it's not bad. That was awesome. Songbird's almost down. Poor Songbird didn't even get a chance to really do anything. We're gonna ready back up. Keep the Claw Mastery here just so I remember about it. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw my hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Grim Resolve. That's good. We can get that on the table. That'd be good. Still, game time's not helpful. I don't know how many cards are like letting me search, but we'll be able to get probably use game time to get Grim Resolve onto the table, Grim Resolve to get Night Nurse, and then we'll get that all going. So it's gonna be a good turn. All right, so that can stay there. Cool. This goes up to 3. Then Citizen V goes to make an attack. He just heals for 4. He only has 12 health points. Then Songbird's going to go in for an attack. She gets 2 boost cards. I'm going to go ahead and defend for 2. The first boost card is 1, 3. So 3 points of damage. I defended for 2, so I only take 1, which readies me. Kicks off this. This obligation does go away. And don't want to spend a resource, so let's go ahead and go up to 4. And we've got to work on getting some threat removed. So I think we can make that happen. It's just going to take a minute. All right. We get an encounter card. Drawing near, of course. All right. So I have to flip down. It also means I'm going to need to do some thwarting here. I think it's not a terrible possibility. Okay. I don't have a card to heal it. Heal up Honey Badger, which is kind of annoying. Alright. But we still have a way to get Honey Badger back, so that's not a terrible thing either. Alright. My turn. Nope. Thunderbolt switch. She comes out. She goes up and goes up to 4 health points. Okay. Okay. My turn. We're going to go ahead and do... Oh, wait, we're not going to do that just yet. Game time for Grim Resolve. Golly. Lots of little things I didn't notice. Okay, so we need to get Night Nurse out there, and we need to get what doesn't kill me out there. Okay. Wish I could thwart for more. Like essentially could kill Songbird this round and get it out of the way. All right, we're gonna have X-23 thwart for 2. Then we will use the claws. Down to 3. Yeah. But ready me back up. You take, oh, and only limit once per phase. Okay, so I won't be able to do it 4 times, which is fine. We still need to make that happen. Okay, but I know I'm attacking for 3. The X-23 will attack Songbird, taking her down to 1 health point. Then Honey Badger. Which my attacks were piercing. They're not. So oh, and it requires a fist resource. No! Did I use a fist resource anywhere? Dang it. Did not see that. I'll still be able to do it. It's just not going to be the way I want it to be done. That's fine. Anyhow, Honey Badger will go ahead and activate, taking out Songbird from the game, which is awesome. We still have to deal and contend with Moonstone. But that does ready X-23. Who attacks to clear the tough. They will then spend Grim Resolve and Night Nurse to play What Doesn't Kill Me, to heal 2 damage from your hero. But I did Grim Resolve, so I'm down to 4. And that readies me back up. Oh, and this drawing near, forgot about it. Okay. Due by the past. Has kicked off as well because it's obligation. Okay. We're going to flip down here in a second anyways, I think. Do we attack for 3? Yeah. Yeah, we do. We attack for 3. Get this down to 8. Then we're going to flip X-23 down. Yeah. All right. And that's everything I can do. So Ready everything back up. Dropped our hand size. 1, 2, 3. There's Rogue. 4, 5, 6. Okay. When Honey Badger thwarts or attacks, add X-23's matching power to Honey Badger's power. Oh, that's cool. Too bad she's not here right now. Gonna have to discard that card as well. But at least we can get Rogue onto the table. Okay. Team goes up to 3. Moonstone is going to, and again, since the V heals for 4, nothing happens. Moonstone is going to go ahead and scheme for 2. Plus a boost. 4. Okay, we're at 7. Okay. And gets a tough status card. We get an encounter card. Becoming Storm. When revealed, each player engages each minion. Engage with the player clockwise for them. Okay, cool. So things rotate around. It's a neat mechanic. All right, and we'll have to take care of that here soon. Otherwise, we're going to be dealing with 2 encounter cards. So, good news is it's just 2 threat. So, okay. It's my turn. I'm going to go ahead and spin Power of Protection and Genius to get Rogue out onto the table. As soon as I do this wonderful thing where I discard that, and this goes up to 2. Okay. Lots of electrostatic armor there. All right. We are then going to discard Sisterly Bond to get rid of Drawing Nearer. I don't need Lady Deathstrike coming into the mix. We've already got enough going on here. Means I will not be able to play Game Time or What Doesn't Kill Me. So, okay. That requires me to exhaust an X-23 card. Cool. I could draw an extra card, but then it would guarantee that I don't get Honey Badger back for the ready. But then a Rogue will also kick off my ready stuff too. So can kick off my ready stuff too. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and use my action to shuffle Sisterly Bonds into my discard pile. Wait, shuffle. Oh, hold on. Let me read that again. Shuffle either the Honey Badger ally or Sisterly Bond event from your discard pile into your deck. Oh, okay. Well, while we're down, let's go ahead and get Honey Badger back into my deck here. Shuffle. And then draw a card. It is Protective Training. Awesome. That is actually really great. So then we will exhaust. Get back up to 10. Ready X20, get up to X23. We're going to spend What Doesn't Kill Me. Play. Do we want to do that? Let's hold on to What Doesn't Kill Me. And we're going to use Grim Resolve. Take a damage. Yeah. To generate a resource for Protective Training. Now Rogue has 6 health points. So good. Trying a new thing my friends told me to do, so we're going to put the 6 there to kind of remind me. Hold on to game time. All right. It did take a point of damage, so it does ready X-23, which is fine. Rogue is going to go ahead and pop X-23. You're down at 8. And that'll jump her thwart up to 4. She's going to go ahead and thwart the main scheme. Down to 3. She'll be exhausted. The good news is we can play game time. Choose an ally with the training upgrade. Rogue! Ready that ally. And heal 1 damage from it. Rogue will then activate again. We can get rid of Coming Storm, Random Medical Aid, which really won't do me much good right now, or apprehending the rogue agents. Now, I'm not going to be able to cut through the tough anyways. Let's go ahead and clear up the threat here. I think that's going to be my best bet in the long term. So I have a What Doesn't Kill Me. Yeah, and then she's got a status card on her, so I have to cut through the threat to get to all the other stuff. Let's just not worry about doing extra damage to me. That's unnecessary. This does go down to 5. That was really cool, though, to see game time. I've actually never used that card before, so that's great. We'll not worry about doing claws just yet because there's no points. We're going to hold on to What Doesn't Kill Me. We'll go ahead and draw up to our hand size and ready everything up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got a med team. Animal Instinct. Makes a basic thwart. She gets plus thwart for the thwart where X is equal to her attack. After you play an X-23 card, heal 1 damage from your identity. Actually, that is really good. We're going to get pain tolerance set up. Puncture Wound. Attach to an enemy that X-23 or Honey Badger attacked this turn. Attached enemy gets -1 attack. After the player phase begins, discard this card and deal 3 damage to attached enemy. That's super cool, actually. That will just get rid of the tough that Moonstone's going to have on her. So coming around. Okay. So, threat goes up by 1. Would Moonstone have moved back? Well, I was down, yes. So she would be back up here at 9. I could have attacked Citizen V directly. That doesn't necessarily change my game plan. I wouldn't have been able to kill him. No big deal. We need to get rid of all the threat anyways, so Citizen V is going to go in for an attack against X-23. X-23 will defend for 2. 2, 3. Give the activating enemy an additional boost card. 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I take 4 points of damage. Wow. But that does red of me. There's no Thunderbolt to swap out, so she heals up to 10. Counter card. When revealed, deal X damage to the friendly character with the fewest remaining hit points, where X is equal to the hero's attack. Dang, so that is me, and I take a point of damage. That is this is wild. Okay. So now getting render medical aid taken care of is going to be helpful. Okay. It is my turn. What do we want to do here? I'd like to take out Moonstone just to have it done. I also need to get healed up. Okay. I think I'm going to do that, where we're going to have X-23 thwart render medical aid, use animal instinct. When X-23 makes a basic thwart, she gets +1 to thwart for this thwart where X is equal to her attack. Clear off render medical aid. And heal a total of 5 from all the characters I control. Trying to update my victory display here. I'm going to heal up 5 hit points. Okay. Awesome. We're going to use Grim Resolve. And Med Team. Play Pain Tolerance. We would take a damage for Grim Resolve. Heal 1. Ready up. And then after you play X-23 card, including this one, heal 1 damage from your identity for Pain Tolerance. So we go back up to 8. That is actually super cool. I don't want to do this. I'm not going to be able to kill her this turn. So, instead of using my claws to hurt myself for no reason, we'll clear her tough. Forces her to engage with us. Rogue will give me a point of damage. Rogue's still at 5. I get a point of damage at 7. Rogue can now swing for 3 at least. The Rogue will go ahead and attack for 3. Get her down to 7. It will then attach Puncture Wound to her. She has -1 attack. Hold on to what doesn't kill me again. I think that's everything I can do on my turn, so we're going to ready everything back up. And drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Okay, and we're back in action with hopefully getting that honey badger engine going. So that should be exciting this next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Should be able to play honey badger down. Oh man. Let's get protective training on her. We'll get to play what doesn't kill me, but maybe we can make all that happen. In a different order. We'll see what happens. So we playing. Oh, and I played an identity specific, so I get to go back up to 8. Nice. Okay. This is actually really cool. Okay, so this goes up to 2. Citizen V heals for 4. Moonstone is going to go for an attack. It is 1 plus a boost. I am defending, by the way. So 1, 2, 3. So I only take 1 point of damage, which readies me. She gets a tough status card. Okay. Counter card. Evil Alliance. Each Nemesis minion in play activates against you. If no minions activate this way, place 3 pursuit counters on pursued by the past. Cool. Thanks a lot, Evil Alliance. That clears off Pursued by the Past and brings in Lady Deathstrike. Alright. Might mess up what I'm trying to do here. Let's see. He doesn't have anyone revealed, so that's good. When defeated, the player who defeats this minion discards the top card of the encounter deck and takes 1 indirect damage for each boost icon on that card. She's a Reaver, though. She's not a Thunderbolt. Each enemy gains Retaliate 1, though. Ew, that's gross. Let's see what we've got going on here, because we definitely wanted to take out Moonstone if we could. Okay. Moonstone does go up here, though. Does count as an attack? Nope. After the phase begins, discard this card and deal 3 damage to the attached enemy. She gets discarded. This gets discarded. This pops her tough. And she's at 7 health points. question then comes down to, on this turn, can I do enough damage to take out Citizen V? Okay. Get 3, 5. I actually think I can. Because this is back here. She's gone up to 8 health points, by the way. She's not engaged with me, so I don't have to worry about her guard right now. I don't have another Thunderbolt out here. Let's see what this says specifically. When the round ends, attach a Thunderbolt minion with the most damage here, swapping it with the minion already attached here, if any. All right, yeah. She does get back up here. She's kind of out of my way. System V's in my way. I bet I could take him out this turn. So with Claw Mastery. So that would get me up to 3. I could go ahead and pop this, get up to 5, use the Grim Resolve to get myself back up, plus Rogue. So, perfect. Okay, that is exactly what we're going to do then. We're going to go ahead and spend what doesn't kill me to play Claw Mastery. Till the end of the round, X-23 gets +2 attack, and her attacks gain overkill, and Honey Badger is in play. We'll go ahead and do 2 damage to myself. Heal for 1 for playing Claw Mastery. I am now swinging for 5. X-23 will go ahead and attack Citizen V for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take a point of damage from Retaliate, which will ready me back up. I'll swing again for another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Rogue will go ahead and just finish him off. For 2 points of damage. And Citizen V is defeated. Yeah, and Citizen V cannot be defeated unless there is at least 1 Thunderbolt minion in the victory display, which we have 1. We got Songbird. So, wow, that is game, guys. That is awesome. That's a really cool scenario. I really like the Thunderbolt scenario. I think Songbird and Moonstone are both really neat. The tough aspect with Moonstone makes it interesting, so you know you can't just kill her right away. You got to find ways to keep popping that tough to be able to continue to kill her off. And then Songbird is just like a small claw, which is kind of cool to see. She's going to be cycling through that deck a lot faster, making things a little bit more interesting. But she's a lot of fun to face as well. Plus, she's aerial, so I don't know if that's going to make a thing. They're both aerial. I don't know if that makes a difference for either one of them, but that's still pretty cool. DM tip. This is a really fun deck. I feel like I continually had something to do, that I could always do something. I wish I could get the full engine out so I could really see the full engine and play together. But this worked out really well. The fact that Rogue can just bounce off of X-23 is ridiculous. And you get all these extra readies with Honey Badger. I was excited to get it all out on the table and see it all again. But I was glad to kind of take that opportunity to take out Citizen V and make all that happen. So this scenario is a lot of fun. I really encourage you guys to try Thunderbolts if you haven't. I might have eventually tried an expert. And I also think that this deck is great. So DM tip, thank you so much for making it. I'm going to put your link for your awesome deck in the description below. But guys, go check it out. Hit him with that heart on there. Also hit him with some comments on that description of his deck so that he gets a chance to kind of reboost that back up. It is a lot of fun. Rogue ally is probably my favorite ally in the game anyways, so it was just another reason to play it. And the fact that you're keeping things moving all the time with game time and all the different ways to ready up your characters, I just didn't feel like I was in any danger the entire game. So X-23 is a great card set. X-23 is a lot of fun. And if you guys haven't had a chance to play that character, then check it out. As always, guys, I do encourage you guys, please leave me a comment, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button as well. That really helps the channel out. I want to be able to continue to grow, and I'm hoping to reach that 500 here soon. As always, my name is Jason Sketch, and next time, I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.